Hello everyone, my name is Joseph. So for today, I'll be giving a demo on how to use the str function and the table function to find the number of observation in each independent variable. So for our demonstration, we'll be using the famous iris dataset. So let's make a variable called iris and assign our dataset to it using the read.csv function. And so for its argument, we'll be using the working directory where it's stored in from my computer. And so I already have it recorded just for time's sake. And you run it, and let's double check, and you can see that you could see it through the console, the data set that's loaded. And so, at first glimpse, well, this data set isn't too complicated, but there are many complicated data sets. So for those complicated data sets, this would be more helpful. But let's pretend that this data set is pretty complicated, and let's try to use the str function on the iris variable, which would pretty much show its variables and its types and what those variables look like. And so this data set, once again, is pretty simple. It has four variable or five variables. And from doing this, you could kind of like see which my bad, see which variables are the independent variables and which variables are the dependent variables. And so from here, you could kind of like use logic and see that it's kind of covered here. Sorry about that, but it's species. Species will be independent, and all of these length, width, all these numeric values would be dependent because these values would change depending on the species type, which is independent. And so we could, using this information, we could use a table function using iris side, and let's do species. So always do the independent variable when using the table. And so when you do this, it shows you the number of observations that you could see for each species type. And so in our case, there's three different species, and there are 50 observations for each. And you could, go about many ways in your experiment with this tool. So hope this helps, and thank you for watching.